Let yourself rest in downward facing for a moment. The back should be pretty open by now. Then let's look forward and inhale, jump it forward, cross your feet, and sit all the way down. So that little movement is really good for the hips. I'm just gonna break that down for you one more time because it's not so easy for everyone. You wanna actually jump your feet to a cross-legged position like this, and then after you jump to here, you can sit down and straighten your legs. You can do that in more advanced versions, but let's just try that one more time because again, it helps reset the spine after some deep back bends. Cross your feet underneath you, pull the feet close to your hips, and then lean forward like this. Roll over your shins, take the hands forward, and then lean your chest forward, step all the way back, bend your elbows, lower down. Inhale, roll over to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. From downward facing, step the right foot, step the left foot. Pause here for a moment. So this is that place where I'm talking about. You gotta sink down into your hips, let your hips touch your feet, sit all the way down, stretch out your legs, all right? Traditionally, that's called a vinyasa, which means coordination of breath with movement. And by doing that, we actually begin to feel that every breath and every movement have a purpose, and they're orchestrated to really help the body come into balance and the mind come into greater focus. So now let's continue our journey into some back bending, and we'll lie all the way down, all right? So lying down, we're gonna move into a simple bridge. This simple bridge should be easy and therapeutic for everyone. To start off, we're going to try a posture that's called constructive rest position. So the feet are gonna be wider than hips width apart, the knees together, hands on the low belly. Just to make sure you're completely relaxed, we're gonna have 2 breaths where we breathe into the belly. Now, maybe belly breathing is not so sexy for lying on the beach because no one wants to see their stomach rising up and down, but do it in the privacy of your own home where you're not afraid to let your belly rise up and down, and then, it'll help you be relaxed and happy next time you go to the beach. If it just happens to be South Beach, it's a beautiful beach. Here we are, low hands on the low belly, and inhale, lift the belly. As you exhale, let it go out, and then exhale, let it drop down. One more time like that. Inhale, breathe into your belly, and then exhale, drop it down. Good. Now, you don't want to take that belly breathing into back bending because we want to keep the belly sucked in when we bend the back, but it's nice just for a moment of, easy relaxation. Okay, ready for simple bridge? Here we go. All right. First simple bridge, we're going to take the hands right next to the toe, next to the heels, not the toes. That's not simple, that's pretty advanced, all right? Then the knees are going to track open so that they go right over the feet, okay? Then roll your knees forward, suck in the belly, and inhale as you lift your hips. Don't try to crank your back really tight, just lift the hips nice and easy. Then when you're in this little position, if you can take it a little bit deeper, roll the elbows towards each other and go under the shoulders. Take the fingers, interlock, and place them on the ground. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Now, you might notice you have a tendency to squeeze your butt muscles real tight. This could give you a cute butt, but it might restrict your back bend. So let the butt muscles engage just lightly, not super tight, and instead let your thigh muscles do the work. So you want to think about the thighs really engaging, press through the hands, and your shoulders are opening. So this is why we started off with that Gomukhasana position to help those shoulders really open. So we're staying here. If you start to feel that your back needs a little support, you can release your hands and place the hands right on the sacrum to support the back. The only disadvantage of doing something like this is that you won't get the strength through the back muscles. So if you can stay engaged through the arms, that's better. Okay, and then exhale down. Now it's totally normal in that posture to feel your thighs really burning. Back bending is not just about flexibility, right? Just because yoga is not just about relaxation. It's about that absolute presence of your mind. So you want to have a balance between strength and flexibility. So here we go. We're going to take it another step deeper. If that was challenging, maybe repeat the same posture again. But if you're ready to take it another step deeper, we're going to try to hold on to the ankles. Here we go. Your fingers are down by the heels. Press the knees forward. Inhale, come to that little preparation position. Roll the elbows under and the shoulders under. Take the hand, hold on to the ankle. Take the hand, hold on to the ankle, and inhale. Lift all the way up. Be very conscious now of rolling the thighs towards each other, holding firm onto the ankles and breathing into your chest. Now my thighs are starting to burn, so I'm guessing yours are too. And remember, that's totally normal. No compression in the back though, all right? We want the thighs to work. The back muscles could even be working. The front body is stretching, but no compression in the joints of the spine. Then let's drop it all the way down. Elongate the spine. All right, so now we should be ready for a full back bend. Full back bend is a super energizing posture. It brings life in through the whole body. Most important thing to remember is you want to distribute the work of the posture through the whole body, not just one area, all right? So here we go to prepare. Inhale as you press your hands right under your shoulders, and then exhale here. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, and that's that flexibility we got through the triceps from the very first posture that we did. Then send the knees forward, the hips over the heels, and come onto the top of the head. Then from here, you're gonna press through your hips, just like we did for that simple bridge. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, and this is the nice, easy prepare. Let's hang out here for a few breaths in the prepare posture while we focus on the alignment. Create space between the vertebra as you begin to lift the rib cage away from the pelvis, squeezing your elbows towards each other. Firm your thighs and inwardly rotate them. Now, when you come off of the ground, don't just press with the arms, but lift your hips high. Inhale, straighten the elbows and bring your chest out over your hands so you can feel that full extension of the spine. We're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. Some of you may find it really easy, so you can straighten your legs to get that full deep bend in the upper back, whereas some of you may be more pressed towards your heels or your feet. No problem. If it's really easy for you, you can walk your right hand and walk your left hand in. Just make sure you end up with an even shoulder girdle. So here we are in a full back bend. You should feel energized. There's heating sensations that come through the body. And again, we're going to be here for 5 breaths. Don't push your back bend if it doesn't feel good. If your back feels crunchy or tight, just leave your hands nice and long or stay in the simple bridge posture, okay? So back bend should feel good. It should be energizing. It shouldn't be stressful or forceful. After about 5 breaths, let's put the head back down on the ground. Let's rest here. The first back bend is really just about the warm-up. So, I think we're going to do one more, right? If we only do it once, is it really going to be any good for us? I'm not sure. Let's try it again. Elbows squeeze together. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Have a little faith. Push past your limits and inhale. Take it up. All right, gently push past the limits. And you want to do it in a safe, controlled environment so that you know you'll be safe and your body will feel better after. Then the hips rise forward. And again, if you feel good, shift forward and forward and forward. You don't have to go as far as I did. You can just hang out back where you were. So if you were more comfortable, all the way back there, just leave your hands back there. We'll stay here just a little longer. Your thighs could be burning, the arms could be burning. That's all part of the cleansing process. It's the essence of the yoga journey. And then exhale, head down. And exhale all the way down. Ooh. I hope you felt a little heating sensations. I definitely got warm from that. All right, after a nice deep like that, what's important is to do a counter stretch, okay? So pull your knees into your chest, roll over to the side, and come all the way up. So you should feel energy, right? Heat is energy. So heat comes into the body, and then that's energy. If you don't generate the energy, no one's going to generate it. You know, no one gives you a gift of energy. You've got to generate that energy inside of the body. So forward bend is the perfect counter stretch to back bends, all right? If you have a hard time sitting upright like this, then it means that your hamstrings or belly might need to release a little bit more. So we're going to start off just nice, easy, and vertical. And this posture is called Dandasana position. Spread your toes out. The chin is down. And we'll breathe into the chest. So this is helping equalize the spine. And try to keep your spine in a nice neutral position here. And then as you exhale, we're going to pivot at the hip joints, not from up here, so don't round your back. Find your hip joints, which are right here. Inhale, and as you exhale, pivot through the hip joints and let your back kind of fold gently forward. Take your hands next to your calf muscles and then slowly walk the hands forward. Now, if you can't fold forward this far, you might want to take a strap or a belt or a towel and wrap it around your feet so you can hold on. But if possible, just leave the hands easy on the floor. This is a nice, easy counter stretch. It shouldn't be super stressful, should be relatively pleasant. Pull the ribs into the body and then exhale all the way down. Let yourself surrender into the posture, and remember, don't bend from the rib cage, bend from your waist. Suck the belly deeply inside, and even if you're all the way up here with the strap, it's still getting the benefit of the posture as long as you focus on the hip joint. So keep that belly nice and sucked in. And after a few breaths here, let's inhale and straighten the arms, and exhale, take your hands right next to your hips, and then we're going to do that jump back and jump through movement. From here, we'll see if we can generate just a little more strength than we did before. So we're going to add a lift up. We haven't, I don't know, maybe we did that at the end last week, okay? So hands forward, suck your belly strongly in, lean forward into your arms, inhale, lift up. See if you can lift both feet off the ground, and if you can't, just stay there. When I first tried to do that, my feet were not coming off the ground, so don't expect miracles to happen on the first one. Just let your feet come off the ground if they can. Swing them back like this, then bend your elbows and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll forward to the upward facing dog. Exhale to the downward facing dog. Okay, let's take one long breath in downward facing dog and one nice long exhalation, and we're ready to see if we can go all the way forward. So here we are. Press through the arms, bend your knees, inhale, jump it forward, and come to that little squatting position that we went over just a few moments ago. And if it's possible this time, press through the arms so much so you can wiggle your feet all the way through. Now, to complete the counter movement to back bend, we're going to move into shoulder stand, all right? So let's lie all the way down. From lying down, the first easy thing we're going to do is bring the legs straight up. So anyone with any neck issues, any things like that, you're going to stay right here. I don't want you to go any further than this, all right? If you're even just afraid of being upside down, just lift your feet and stay like this, all right? In fact, this is a wonderful modification for shoulder stand. If you squeeze the thighs in towards each other, you're getting the benefit of letting the legs raise with no stress on the neck. Only if this is comfortable, if you feel relatively free and easy, then inhale, lift your hips all the way up in the air and point your feet. If you feel some stress on the neck, you can let yourself be more in a V position, so there's a little less weight. But the full benefit of shoulder stand is really when the spine is straight. We'll just take 5 easy breaths here. No stress, no tension in the body, breathing nice and deep. Reach out through your toes. Now, shoulder stand can actually be therapeutic for neck problems if the alignment is really proper. Don't turn your neck to the side like I'm doing now. You should be looking at your toes, and I was a bad teacher right there. So look right at your toes. Try not to look so much at the screen. Keep your belly sucked in, and then bend right at your waist, and this is plow posture. If your feet don't touch the ground over here, I want your hands to remain right on your back. So if you're up there, your hands are going to remain on your back. If it's possible for you, interlock the fingers and lift nice and tall through the spine and roll the shoulders under just like we did for that simple bridge. Then gently release your hands and squeeze the knees towards the ears and then gently let it go, rolling the spine all the way down. And now this is probably the most important part. I'm going to let your feet roll all the way open and your hands roll open, and just close your eyes for maybe a few breaths, letting your whole body relax. Now here's where the real benefit of the practice comes in, because now the relaxation. Because your mind is calm and free, no other thoughts, nowhere else in the world you'd rather be. A perfect tropical day, blue skies, palm trees swing in the breeze. And that's also the image of beautiful Miami Beach, but it's also the image of a perfect tropical paradise. So after a few breaths with that image of relaxation, gently bend your knees, pull yourself all the way in, and roll over to the side. Come all the way back up. If you have time, it's really useful to stay in that simple, easy relaxation posture for up to 5 minutes, or even longer, actually. Not everyone's got so much time to do the relaxation. So what's important when you begin to practice yoga is to understand how the whole thing works, right? So we purify our body from the inside out, and it's that purification that helps us feel better in the body. Because basically your body needs to be clean just like your teeth need to be cleaned, right? You brush your teeth every day to remove all of that plaque and everything that's inside of the teeth. So yoga is like cleaning the body from the inside out. All those back bending postures, they get all the juice flowing in the body, and the prana really rises. The prana means energy in Sanskrit. So the energy, your life energy, becomes more vital, and that vitality is the essence of health. So you kind of glow from within, especially after some deep back bends, when the heat or the fire of purification is really charging in the body, then you'll know that the yoga practice is really working. So I hope you're inspired to do the practice. And remember, if you feel sore tomorrow, particularly in your back muscles, don't be mad at me, but look for the repeat and actually do the same exercises again to really train those same muscles to be strong and flexible. Open your mind, open your heart, and you'll get the benefit of the practice. Go on that inner journey, and more than anything, believe in yourself, believe in the journey. Thanks so much for watching.